ladies and gentlemen. So, let me tell you a story I'll never forget. A few years ago, one of my girlfriends was seeing this guy. Let's call him Brian right now. Brian was solid, hardworking, had the type who'd plan dates and actually show up, But my friend, on the other hand, was a player. She was playing the field. She'd text him when she was bored, flirt just enough to keep him interested, and then disappear the second someone new gave her attention. Right now, I remember one night when she took her phone out of her bag and showed it to me. She was laughing at one of Brian's text messages and she wanted me to see. Basically, he had texted, "Hey, just checking C for on for Friday." And she said, "No, he's so sweet. Maybe I'll go, maybe not." And I told her straight up, "Hey, you do realize he's going to stop chasing you one day, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, nah, he's too nice for that." Now, a week later, Brian sent her one message, one simple text that completely changed the game. And just like that, she was the one chasing him. Now, that night stuck with me because it taught me something very, very powerful. Women can sense when a man has stopped playing her game. The energy shifts instantly. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what to text when you know she's stringing you along and how to flip the script without ever sounding emotional, bitter, or weak. You ready? Jessica OS here. Welcome to the channel. Now, always remember to look out for the channel name Jessica OS to be sure that this advice is coming from me, as YouTube is filled with a plethora of AI videos that mimic my voice and clone my message. Stay sharp. All right, let's jump right into the subject matter, shall we? Here's what we're covering in today's video. How to spot when she's keeping you as an option. The mindset shift that stops her games instantly. And the one text that forces her to make a choice without you ever begging for attention. The signs she's stringing you along. I'll be honest with you, she's not confused. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's giving you just enough to keep your hopes alive, but never enough to actually move things forward or take things anywhere. She'll text, "Hey, stranger," after disappearing for a week, or drop some random heart emoji when you finally stop chasing. And I assure you that's all in a bid to control you. It's her way of checking. Is he still there? Is he with me? And when you respond right away, there you go. She knows she still has you on the hook. So here's how you really know she's stringing you along. Couple of signs. First, she's inconsistent. One day she's warm and flirty. The next one she's cold and busy, right? You're constantly guessing which version of her you'll get. 2, she cancels plans last minute but keeps texting the good mornings, the highs, the just checking ins, etc. Translation, she wants the attention, as in your attention, but not the effort. 3, she dodges clarity. Anytime you ask where this is going, she says things like, "Let's just go with the flow," or "Why label things?" That's code for "I want to keep my options open." 4, she flirts publicly but avoids intimacy privately. She loves looking desired but doesn't want the responsibility of desire. And well, the most dangerous one, number 5, she breadcrumb texts you, right? Those meaningless little check-ins. "How have you been? I miss your vibe. We should hang out soon." But soon never seems to come. She's not investing, she's maintaining, keeping you emotionally invested so she can feed her own ego without ever committing. Now, I need you to just ask yourself a simple question. If I stop texting her for a week, would she reach out, or will she just move on to the next guy? That question alone will tell you everything you need to know about the situation you are in. Because when a woman's genuinely interested, her efforts will match yours. She'll show up. She'll plan. She'll build. Here's what you need to understand. Women don't string along men they respect. They string along men they can manage. See, most guys get stuck in this loop. They notice she's inconsistent, but instead of pulling back, they are compelled to try harder, right? They start proving their value instead of protecting it. And for me, that's a big mistake because the more you chase clarity, the less attractive you'll become. Because chasing comes from a place of fear. Fear of losing her, fear of being alone, fear that if you stop showing interest, she'll forget about you. And this fear is actually showing up in all sorts of ways. It's in the way you're double texting her, the way you're over-explaining everything, the way you keep the conversation going even when she's giving you crumbs. Here's a truth that will set you free. You don't earn respect by being available. You earn it by being unavailable to nonsense. When you start acting like the prize, when you move like the man who knows his value, everything will shift. She can't string along a man who's willing to walk away. Let me say that again. She can't manipulate a man who doesn't need her validation. When she senses that calm detachment, it throws her off balance, and she realizes she's not in control of the rhythm anymore. You are. You're showing her that your energy is selective, that your time and attention have weight. You're not angry, you're not emotional, you're just centered, and that's the most powerful form of attraction there is. Emotional stability mixed with quiet confidence. You see, indifference in a high-value man triggers curiosity, and it also triggers respect. The goal isn't to make her jealous to play games. It's to shift from chasing approval to commanding respect. Once you make that shift, everything will change. You stop reacting to her mood swings and start setting the tempo of the interaction. And once you've got that mindset down, the next part becomes effortless because I'm about to show you the exact text that will end the game instantly. All right, so let's jump into it. The message that ends the guessing, the back and forth, the maybe later nonsense. This is what you send when you've realized she's stringing you along, but you refuse to keep auditioning for her attention. Now, if you have to pause this video, do it and just screenshot this. Hey, I've noticed we're not really on the same page. I like clarity and effort. It's what I give and it's what I value. If that's not your thing, no hard feelings. Take care. That's it. This is the digital equivalent of standing up, dusting off your jacket, and walking out like a man who knows he can rebuild a new connection anywhere, anytime. Let me explain why this text works on a psychological level. Now, most women who play these games, right, these maybe games, thrive on ambiguity. That's what gives them control. Now, when you remove that ambiguity, when you draw a clear line in the sand, you remove the power, and here's the wild part. They feel that energy shift when you send that message. Her brain will go into overdrive because suddenly you're no longer the predictable, emotionally available guy that she can text whenever she's on a schedule or when it's your turn. You know, you just became the one who can walk away. And that, my friend, is the moment she starts questioning her own value. You see, you being confident doesn't mean that you don't care. You're saying, I care, but not enough to lose myself. And that's exactly what that text will communicate. Don't overthink. Don't water it down with an LOL or hope you're good kind of message. Those will just weaken the impact. Because you see, you're not trying to negotiate respect. You're commanding it. Here's what will happen next. Now, depending on who she really is, if she was never really serious, she'll vanish. Great. You saved yourself weeks of wasted energy. If she was interested, but taking you for granted, he'll circle back fast with effort this time. Nothing snaps a woman into focus faster than realizing your attention isn't guaranteed. Now, let me be clear. You don't send this text to test her, okay? It's not a test. You send it because you're done tolerating mixed signals. You send it because you finally understand that attention is currency and you've been overspending on someone who's been overdrawn. Once you hit send, silence is your best weapon. No follow-up, no double text, no. Did you get my message? You let her sit in the silence. Let her wonder what version of you she just lost. And that's the secret. When you combine confidence with silence, you don't just end the game, you rewrite the rules. Here's the bottom line, guys. If she's stringing you along, it's because you've given her the rope. Cut it, stand firm, and watch how fast her tune changes when you stop dancing to her rhythm. If this hits home, watch my next video. You'll push her away if you try too hard. Do this instead. That one will give you even deeper insights into this whole situation. My name is Jessica OS. I hope you got value from this video. If you did, smash that like button. Don't forget to turn on notifications. And yeah, I will definitely be seeing you in the next video. Cheers. You were never meant to chase someone who didn't see your value, because the moment you chase what walks away, you forget who you are, and the moment you forget who you are, you start believing you are not enough. But listen to this and let it sink into your bones. You were enough the first day she met you. You were enough the last day she saw you. And you are enough right now in this exact moment. And what she failed to appreciate does not become worthless just because she couldn't recognize it. One day, she will look back at the messages you sent, the way you supported her, the way you stayed loyal even when you were hurting, and she will understand that she lost the one person who truly wanted to love her through everything. You are not here to prove anything to a woman who doubted you. You are here to grow into a man who makes doubt impossible. The best revenge is not anger, not bitterness, not a list of sharp words to throw back at her. The best revenge is elevation. rising so high that she has to look up just to see who you have become. She thought she could replace you easily. She thought your heart was cheap, your loyalty was common, and your presence was just another option in her world. But when she tries to find another version of you, she will realize the truth that hits the hardest. You were rare. You were irreplaceable. You were the one who cared when everyone else was silent. You were the one who stayed consistent when others played games. You were the one who showed love without being asked. And losing you wasn't just a mistake. It was the biggest lesson she'll ever learn. Do you know what kind of men are unforgettable? The ones who choose integrity when others choose ego. The ones who show effort when others offer excuses. The ones who protect love like a mission instead of treating it like a game. And that is who you are. You don't need to chase her. You don't need to beg her to come back. You don't need to send messages trying to prove you were worth staying for. Because the moment you focus on yourself, the moment you build the life you deserve, success will speak louder than anything you could ever say. Let her scroll through your life from a distance and feel her stomach drop when she realizes the man she let go became the man every woman prays for. Let her see your silence as power, your peace as confidence, your growth as a reminder of what she no longer has access to. The world has a funny way of revealing truth when you stop pushing for answers. You don't need closure from someone who wasn't brave enough to love you correctly. You are the closure. You survived what you thought would break you. You are still standing after someone tried to make you fey. L small, and that is strength she never expected you to have. Every night she will wonder if you think about her, but the day will come when that curiosity turns into fear. Fear that you finally realized your worth and left her behind permanently. And that fear will grow each time she sees you smiling without her, leveling up without her, healing without her, building a better version of yourself without her. She will ask herself why she walked away from a man who would have given her the world, and the only answer she will find is that immaturity blinded her from love she didn't deserve. So let her regret it. Let her feel the weight of the loss. But don't you dare slow down your growth for someone who couldn't see your future. Your mission now is simple: evolve. Become stronger physically, sharper mentally, more secure emotionally, richer financially, and more at peace spiritually. Because the greatest transformation always happens right after the deepest heartbreak. And what shattered you yesterday is shaping you into a weapon today. Become the man who doesn't just survive disappointment, but uses it as fuel to become unstoppable. And remember that the man who walks away with dignity will always be remembered long after the one who left with excuses. She lost you, not the other way around. And soon the silence you gave her will say everything she never listened to when she had the chance. Keep shining, keep grinding, keep growing, and let the absence of your love be the loudest message she ever receives. You are going to rise in a way that forces her to rethink everything she believed about you, because real strength doesn't show up when things are easy. It reveals itself when someone tries to break your spirit, but you come back even harder, even sharper, even more focused on the future that was always meant for you. There is something beautiful about a man who refuses to let heartbreak turn him into a victim. Instead, he uses it as the turning point. The moment he stops chasing love and starts chasing purpose. The more you invest in your goals, the more your confidence grows. And the more your confidence grows, the more she will feel the distance between the man she took for granted and the man she can never have again. She may not say it out loud. She may pretend she's happy. She may act like she's moved on completely. But late at night, when she's alone with the truth, she will replay memories of your loyalty, your patience, your kindness, and ask herself why she treated someone like you as disposable. And that regret won't hit her once. It will hit her in waves, unexpectedly, relentlessly, every time life shows her someone who doesn't match your energy. She will look for your understanding in someone who only cares about himself. She will look for your effort in someone who doesn't even text back. She will look for your patience in someone who gets bored easily. And she will realize, too late, that you loved her in a way she may never experience again. That is her burden, not yours. Your burden was carrying someone who didn't deserve your strength, and that burden is gone now. You are free from a love that wasn't ready for you. You are free from trying to convince someone that you are worth choosing every single day. It is time to choose yourself. Build a life so solid that no one can shake your peace. Build a lifestyle so attractive that your presence becomes a privilege. Let your success become the message she never allowed you to speak. The day she sees you becoming the man other women admire, the man who inspires, the man who leads, she will break quietly on the inside, knowing she had the first chance and threw it away. And here's what will cut deepest: when she realizes you didn't replace her with another woman. You replaced her with a better version of yourself. That is the glow-up that hurts the most. When the love she lost becomes the power that defines your future. When your silence becomes a mirror that shows her everything she failed to appreciate. When your absence becomes the wound she can't heal. She will see the pictures of you smiling with new people, traveling to new places, achieving new victories, and the jealousy will hit her like a punch, because the man who once would have dropped everything to answer her text is now too busy chasing his destiny. And if she ever tries to return, it won't be because she remembered love. It will be because she recognized your value far too late. But by then, you will have grown wisdom that reminds you of the truth. Not everyone you want is meant to stay, and sometimes the person you lose is the lesson that teaches you how to win. You are not going back to a version of yourself that tolerated disrespect. You are not returning to a situation where you were afraid of being abandoned. Break free from the fear of losing someone who wasn't afraid to lose you. Let your growth be your revenge. Let your success be your response. Let your future be the apology they never had the courage to give. Because someday, when she sees the man you are becoming, she will finally understand that losing you was not just a mistake. It was the moment she ruined her own happily ever after. You are becoming the proof that heartbreak does not destroy kings, it shapes them. It removes the wrong people so the right future can enter, and every step you take now is building a version of you that she will wish she never doubted. There's a moment in a man's life when he stops waiting for closure, stops waiting for someone to apologize, stops waiting for the past to magically fix itself, and he simply decides that his life is too important to waste on someone who treated his love like something temporary. That moment is your moment. Every time you upgrade your mindset, every time you choose discipline, every time you say no to the old habits that kept you weak, you rise a level higher than the man she left behind. And as you rise, the truth becomes clear. She didn't walk away because you weren't enough. She walked away because she was afraid of the greatness you were growing into. Immature hearts run from what challenges them to grow. Insecure hearts leave when love requires effort. Weak hearts abandon what strong hearts fight to protect. And she will eventually realize that she left the safest place she ever had, your heart, because she couldn't see beyond her own fear and confusion. Meanwhile, you are doing what mature men do. You are healing, building, evolving, turning your pain into power. You're learning to love yourself in ways you once begged someone else to love you. You're turning your silence into wisdom and your heartbreak into hunger. And soon the life you create will make her understand that she wasn't just wrong about you. She underestimated you entirely. She used to have access to the best version of your devotion, but now she will only see the highlights of your success from a distance, like a locked profile she can't log into anymore. And the part that will haunt her the most is knowing that she once had the position in your life that every other woman would be grateful to have. But she lost it because she didn't know how to handle a real man. She thought she had forever to play games. But you are not a game, you are a blessing. So you rise without apology. You shine without permission. You build without restraint. And every victory becomes a silent message that says you never needed her to become the man you were destined to be. Let her regret come naturally. Let her scroll through your memories wishing she had chosen better. Let her cry over the lessons she forced herself to learn too late. You're done teaching someone how to love you. Now you are becoming someone who attracts love effortlessly. The day she sees another woman holding your hand with pride, the day she sees someone else celebrating you the way she never did, the day she realizes you built a kingdom with someone who actually believed in you, that's the day she will break in pieces that no one can fix. She will replay conversations, rethink decisions, and rewrite history in her mind, trying to convince herself she didn't lose the love of her life. but deep down she'll know she did. And while she's trapped in the past, you'll be too busy winning in the present and designing a future that has no room for people who couldn't appreciate the gift they were given. That is your power now. Not anger, not revenge, not bitterness. Just evolution so undeniable that the universe itself aligns to show her what she lost. And now, as you step into the life you're building, understand this truth deep in your soul. The man you are becoming is not doing it to prove anything to her. You are doing it because you finally remembered who you were before heartbreak tried to convince you otherwise. You were never supposed to chase someone who couldn't see the gift of being loved by you. You were supposed to become the man who chooses wisely, who protects his energy, who never again allows someone temporary to damage something permanent inside him. She will feel that shift, even if you never speak again. She will sense the moment her presence no longer controls your thoughts. She will notice when her name stops affecting your heartbeat. That is when regret will hit her hardest. Not the day she lost you, but the day she realizes you healed and moved on without needing closure from her. She will remember the nights you stayed up comforting her, the times you listened when no one else cared, the loyalty you gave her even when she gave you uncertainty. And she will finally see that she walked away from the rarest kind of loyalty a woman can ever receive. Meanwhile, you will be too focused on your mission to look back, because real kings do not seek revenge. They replace pain with progress, weakness with strength, silence with success. The world will see a different fire in your eyes, one that came from surviving heartbreak that was meant to destroy you, and every woman who crosses your path will feel the weight of the man you've become. Confident, disciplined, focused, respected. You will attract energy that matches your growth. You will attract love that knows how to stay. You will attract a partner who prays for you, believes in you, and stands beside you in every storm. And when that day comes, when you are loved the way you always deserved, she will finally understand what she lost. Not a guy who chased her, not a man who begged to be chosen, but the greatest opportunity of her life. She will see you smiling in ways she never saw before. She will see you being appreciated in ways she never offered. She will see you winning in ways she never imagined. And that is when her heart will collapse under the weight of reality. She didn't just lose someone who cared. She lost the one who would have given her everything. But that regret is her journey, not yours. Your journey is becoming unstoppable. So keep leveling up. Keep working on your goals. Keep becoming a living reminder that a real man cannot be measured by who leaves him, but by how he rises after she does. The universe took her away because she was never aligned with the greatness you were destined for. Your future doesn't depend on who walked away. It depends on who is willing to walk with you. So lift your chin, straighten your back, and step into the life that's been waiting for you. You don't need her to regret losing you. She already does. And soon, the whole world will know why.